stronger, and that time the narcissist gets smaller. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. Today, we're diving into a powerful concept. When you get stronger, they get very smaller. Take a moment to really think about that. If you're enjoying the content, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Let's talk about the narcissist. The stronger you become, the smaller they appear. Imagine you're driving straight ahead on your healing journey. You glance in the rearview mirror and see a tiny dot getting smaller and smaller. That's the narcissist. You're leaving them behind and moving forward with your life. Stay tuned and let's explore this journey together. Here's a little analogy to chew on. As you regain strength and start to mend, you realize that relationship nearly knocked you out. But hey, you're still standing here, soaking up support from the community, getting smarter, more aware, and empowered every day. That relationship was like the heavyweight champion of challenges. At one point, the narcissist had the spotlight in your life. They put you through the ringer with stuff like making you doubt yourself, shutting you out, spreading rumors, giving you the cold shoulder, and playing mind games. Back then, when you were stuck in that mess, you probably didn't even know you were dealing with a narcissist. Maybe this is the first time you're diving into this topic, and all these realizations are hitting you like a ton of bricks. Maybe you're realizing it's your mom, dad, both, sibling, relative, neighbor, coworker, or partner. The bottom line is, the narcissist will eventually fade into the past, but to get there, you've got to heal. You've got to go through the tunnel, see that glimmer of light at the end, and keep pushing forward, leaving the narcissist in your rearview mirror. That's why I often recommend cutting ties and blocking these folks. This video is no exception. That's when the healing really picks up speed. The road to recovery isn't a straight line. It's going to take time, but you'll get there on your own terms. Blocking isn't the only solution, and time isn't the only healer. The real answers come from slowing down, taking a good look at who you are and what went down in that relationship. Yeah, the narcissist was loud when they had you under their spell, but now they're just background noise. Maybe you're still mulling over things, still caught up in their memory. It happens, I totally get it. But the farther you distance yourself from the narcissist and that whole mess, the smaller they become. I mean, we're talking tiny, like a speck of dust in a vast universe. Meanwhile, you're the radiant star, the one shining bright, just like I always talk about on this channel and in our community. You're the powerhouse they were trying to drain. Keep in mind, narcissists are like shallow, hollow bullies. There's nothing to them. They're like energy vampires, sucking the life out of others and trying to steal their joy, progress, success, and strength. They're just microscopic little beings. And as you get stronger, they shrink even more. When you were in that toxic relationship, you did everything you could to keep it going. You were like the superhero holding it all together, while the narcissist was secretly trying to tear it down. But hey, you didn't know any better back then. You weren't taught this stuff in school, so you were flying blind. Imagine, for those lucky souls who haven't tangled with the narcissist, being with someone and thinking everything's peachy when it's actually a total nightmare. Like falling head over heels for someone who couldn't care less about you. You poured your heart out to them, shared your dreams and plans, and they twisted it all around to use against you later. They might have whispered sweet nothings and made you feel like the center of their world. But deep down, they despised you, didn't want you to succeed, and were secretly plotting your downfall. As you move further away from that toxic mess, whether you were kicked to the curb or managed to escape on your own, it's crucial to take some time to process things, slow down, and realize that blocking them was a necessary step. Not everyone's got your back. Narcissism's everywhere, and maybe you got caught up in a narcissistic romance, even fell head over heels for him. But hey, that relationship wasn't what you thought it was what it was. You got to practice radical acceptance and realize you can't change the past. You can't let them twist reality and make you doubt yourself because what you experienced was real. Many of us kept records, wrote in journals, or confided in friends about the mistreatment we endured. All of that is evidence of being in an unstable and unhealthy relationship. Basically, a narcissistic one. Back then, when you were caught up in it all and lacked the insight, you felt trapped. You were like a puppet on strings, dancing to the narcissist's tune, following their orders and sacrificing everything: your health, money, social life, reputation, love, empathy, time, hobbies, everything. All because the narcissist was driving the abuse train full speed ahead, manipulating everyone around you and driving wedges between you and everything you held dear. It was all so confusing. You didn't realize that the very person you were confiding in was using your vulnerability against you to make things worse. At the start of these relationships, you probably shared a lot. You opened up about your dreams and aspirations, unknowingly handing the narcissist a manual on how to manipulate you into falling for them, making life-altering decisions together, and then pulling the rug out from under you once they had you hooked. Now you're seeing through the fog. You're understanding how the narcissist played you, but they've lost their power because you've cut them off. You've peeled back their mask, uncovered their true colors, and pieced together the puzzle. Many people don't reach this point or aren't strong enough to do so. You're recognizing that it's not just the narcissistic relationship. There are other energy vampires lurking around, including their minions, the flying monkeys. These are the busybodies who report back to the narcissist on every detail of your life. They're nosy and meddlesome, possibly even future targets of the narcissist's manipulation. Being in a relationship with a narcissist is like walking on thin ice. No one is safe, whether they're family, a partner, a friend, a coworker, or just someone you know. They switch gears so fast it'll make your head spin. That's why when they find someone new to play with, they toss aside the old toy and keep them dangling, thinking about them, and feeling stuck. But not you. You're not stuck in that cycle of pain and despair. You're moving forward, finding your footing, getting smarter every day, and leaving the narcissist in your rearview mirror. You're facing up to what they put you through, learning from it, and growing stronger. You're not dwelling on what might happen or second-guessing yourself. You're living in the moment, focusing on yourself. In the past, you put the narcissist on a pedestal, giving and giving until there was nothing left for you. You were like their personal assistant, their punching bag, their everything, without even realizing it. But now that's all behind you. The relationship is over, and there's a gap. That's where you come in. You need to fill that gap with self-love, self-care, and self-respect. That's all part of the healing process. That gap is when you're finally free from the toxicity of the narcissist. You need to unpack everything that happened, understand the terms like gaslighting and smear campaigns, and learn from it all. That's where true wisdom comes in. And once you have that wisdom, you can start using the tools at your disposal, like cutting off contact with the narcissist for good. The void you feel after leaving a narcissistic relationship is a big deal because you're used to being on the go all the time, with endless tasks to tackle. Suddenly, all that business disappears, leaving you with a big hole to fill. That's why it can be tough at first, because you need time to heal. But trust me, if I could do it, so can you. It's a slow process, but you'll get there in your own time. The reason I'm telling you this is because you need to find ways to fill that void. The longing for the narcissist will fade away. You'll realize they never really cared about you. You'll see that they're stuck in a cycle of using people and then tossing them aside when they're done. It's like they see people as gas tanks. They drain them dry and then move on to the next one. As you get stronger, the narcissist will seem smaller and smaller in your rearview mirror. You'll realize that all the energy you poured into them needs to go back into yourself to heal. That's when you start to accept things for what they are and focus on yourself. You take things slow, maybe journaling, meditating, or seeking therapy. You create boundaries to protect yourself, maybe even taking a break from socializing for a while. This is all part of the healing process. This is how you fill that void and become stronger than ever. Think of the void not as a negative, but as a crucial step in healing. If you find yourself still hung up on the narcissist after the relationship ends, that's exactly where they want you, in their grip. But what we want for you, what I want, what the community wants, what those who've moved past it all want, is for you to realize the truth about the narcissist. They're toxic, draining, and they thrive on keeping you trapped. What I'm aiming for is your liberation. I want you to break free, to truly heal, to take things slow and process it all. Let your inner light guide you through this. Eventually, the narcissist will remain stuck in their low energy state, where they belong. They can't rise above it. It's just not in their nature. That's why they needed you. They feed off your energy. But here's the truth. You don't need them. You only need yourself, and that's a fact. Remember those times when you felt manipulated, devalued, and convinced you couldn't survive without them. We've all been there. But many of us have climbed out of that pit and are now helping others do the same. There's plenty of space at the top for you too. There's room for you to heal and grow. But there's no room for the narcissist or any toxic influence. They're destined to stay down in their own darkness. We're here waiting for you, the empath with a heart of gold. Maybe today was the day you finally kicked that narcissist to the curb. Maybe you decided it was time for a clean break, or perhaps you hit that block button. Maybe today it finally dawned on you that the narcissist couldn't care less about you or anyone else, and that you need to focus on healing and taking it slow. That's what's important now. We've got to heal the narcissist. They've got nothing to heal because there's nothing inside them. They just move on to the next victim, breaking hearts, discarding people like they're nothing, shedding no tears at funerals, and feeling nothing for anyone else. That game is all about keeping people stuck and trapped. But that's not you. You've gained wisdom, or maybe you're in the process of gaining it, and you now know that you come first. When you were tangled up with the narcissist, you put them on a pedestal at your own expense. You bent over backward for them while neglecting yourself. But now, they're out of your life, and you're on the mend. You're taking care of yourself, rebuilding connections, rediscovering love, pursuing your passions, and doing things on your own terms. If you feel like sleeping until noon, go ahead. If you want to stay up until the early hours of the morning, why not? Watch those videos, read those books, write that book. Whatever tickles your fancy. It's your call now. No more listening to someone else telling you what to do or making you feel guilty for enjoying your hobbies. The narcissist tried to control you, and they might have succeeded for a while. But not anymore. You're in charge now. You realize your worth despite the narcissist's attempts to convince you otherwise. That's why you're here, paying it forward and helping others find their way too. Here's the deal. The stronger you become, the tinier those narcissists shrink. It's a truth. So if you're leveling up or you're already at that peak and feeling mighty, drop a comment below. Spread that wisdom because, hey, we've all been there, stuck and tangled like a ball of yarn, including me. Back then, we didn't have a clue about narcissism. Picture this. You're in that vulnerable spot, feeling dumped, with your support system in shambles, like a crumpled paper on the highway. You're lost, not knowing which way to turn. The narcissists knew exactly what they did to you. They didn't count on you figuring it out. But once you do connect the dots, uncover the truth about narcissism, and grasp its impact, you've got to shield yourself. If not now, when? And that's a wrap on the video. I hope it resonated with you. I thoroughly enjoyed creating it. Until next time, take care. Namaste. Whether it's day or night for you, I hope it's fantastic. And always remember, you're not alone. Before you go, remember to like, share, and subscribe if you found this video helpful. And don't forget to check out the description for a link to a free book and details on how to book a one-on-one consultation. These resources are here to support you on your journey. It's important to love and be gentle with yourselves. Understand that the relationship wasn't what you thought because, let's face it, the narcissist was playing a role from day one. But now, with boundaries in place, we're no longer bending over backward. We can confidently say no to protect our well-being, which is ultimately saying yes to ourselves. Thank you all for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you all. And if you're a narcissist watching this, please remove yourself. This channel isn't for you. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. Like, share, subscribe, and let's continue supporting each other on this journey of healing and growth.